Well, in last week's video, I promised you, Lord willing, that I would feature the Winchester 3030 in today's video, in this week's video. And I'm going to do that, but it's going to be a little bit different than you would have expected, because I'm in a different place here. And if you've been watching my videos for most of the last 2 years and 2 months, you'll recognize this as my son's shop in Seguin, Texas. And I have been here for a few days and will be here for a few more days helping him out. And so we're not going to do any shooting today, but we are going to talk about this Winchester Model 94 in 3030, and we're going to also just take a quick look at a couple of different kinds of ammo from Federal, and one here from, some of you guys will recognize this blue and yellow box from Buffalo Bore. And I'm filming everything on my phone. It's got to be done in one take because I have no film editing capabilities here. And so this is going to be, who knows what this is going to turn out to be like. But the first thing I want to do is just give you a look at this really, well, we'll just call it classic Winchester Model 94. And this one belongs to my cousin, another cousin. And this was his dad's rifle. And his dad owned this rifle for the entirety of his life from age 20 on, because he bought this in Arizona when he was working in the copper mines, started working in the copper mines at about age 20 in southern Arizona. And so every mark on this classic hunter's rifle was made by my cousin's dad. And you can notice right there, the caliber is 3030 Winchester. Oh wait, that's not what it says. It does say 30 WCF Winchester centerfire, which is the same as 3030 Winchester. But what a great gun, and full of family history, personal history. This is not a junker that came from a pawn shop. This gun was well used. You can see the blue is worn on the bottom of the receiver, and it's actually worn over here on the top side of the receiver here where a thumb was wrapped around. So this gun spent many, many, many hours out in the field. And the electrical tape here is a result of a slip on a mountainside, and his gun hand was uphill, and when he fell, he put the gun down and he cracked the stock. And like an enterprising young man, he wrapped electrical tape around there, drove a couple of tacks in, a little bit of glue, stabilized everything, and continued to use this utilitarian tool, because unlike most of the guns that are purchased today that are purchased for sporting use, this gun, as many guns that were purchased back in the previous to the black rifle era, most guns were actually meant to be tools for hunting, and a lot of it was for sustaining food supplies to a home. And this gun falls in that category. And I just am so proud to have this gun in my hand. And of course it will go back to my cousin as soon as I'm done here. But what a great Winchester Model 94 in 3030 Winchester. And the other thing I'm doing, helping out my son, is babysitting this 3-month-old German Shorthair, I believe is what it is. German Shorthair Pointer. And she's very active, very whiny, and very needy. And so you're going to hear her clicking around the shop with her long toenails, carrying around a 6-point rack that my son found at the pond last week. And if I could edit this video I would throw in some footage, because right next to the pier, just a few days ago, my son was in Seguin before I came here to meet him, and there was an entire fresh carcass of a young six-point buck there in the grass close to where I shoot a lot of my videos that you have seen. And that carcass was not there the day before, and then it was there and found picked clean. Had to be picked clean by probably a pack of coyotes, only I can think of, because all the ribs were intact, the head was still attached, but all the skin and meat was gone, and entrails all gone. But what a great rifle, and we are going to feature this week, or feature this next week, Lord willing. I say that in all sincerity, in our next Brush Cartridge video in the series, and featuring the 30-30 Winchester. And if you watched last year's segments on the 30-30 Winchester, we did not feature that in round one, season one of best Brush Cartridge videos. So we'll make up for that next week, I hope. But I wanted to give you a quick introduction and let you know that we've got 3 types of ammunition. We've got these Federal 150 grain jacketed soft point rounds. We've also got a few of these 170 grain nozzler partition bullets from Federal. And then finally, this is what is we're gonna shoot a couple of videos with these rounds, but these are 200 grain or 190 grain jacketed soft points from Buffalo Bore. And these things are really scooting. So we've got 3 different kinds of ammo, from 150 grain, 170 grain, and 190 grain high performance with 190 grain ammo that we're going to feature in next week's video, and give you more close-up looks at the classic Winchester Model 94 in 30-30 Winchester. And I can't wait. But I'm going to cut it off here and say thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do. If you would like to support me on Patreon, wow, that would be greatly appreciated. And there'll be a link in the description where you can find me on Patreon. And I want to say thanks to all of you for watching. And I hope to be back at the farm next week where we can do some shooting. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. And thanks for watching.